Assumed our fearless group of critics and community. In short, this review is doomed. Oh, sorry. Yeah, welcome back to another episode. We're the Critics Collective. Maybe you heard of us. Now is a good time to subscribe if you've never heard of us. Great to have you here. We're going to talk about The Lion King, but we're going to talk about the 2019, the live action one. Now, if you check some of our past reviews, we've gone back in the crates. We've done Inside Out before Inside Out 2. We've done Moana before Moana 2. And we've done The Lion King. So check those out and check out some of the newer ones we have and some indie films and some shorts. We got a cornucopia of reviews here. Now, for this one, we're going to talk again about the 2019 version of this one. Now I'm just going to jump into what IMDB said about this. After the murder of his father, a young lion prince flees his kingdom only to learn the true meaning of responsibility and bravery. I thought that was good. I mean, again, it's Lion King. If you haven't heard about the Lion King, I don't know what to tell you. You need to go watch Lion King, and that's probably why you're here. Maybe you never watch any of the Lion Kings, and maybe you don't watch anything unless we tell you. That's how it should be. No, I'm joking, but we appreciate you. So for the Lion King, I'll give you my first impressions. My first impressions was this movie's going to suck. This movie's going to be horrible. Why did they make it? It's a cash grab. It's a tax write-off. Whose nephew, CEO person said make this happen? At no point did I want to watch it, even my wife. If you want to check how I feel about this, the first one, go check that first review. Like Jay-Z says, you don't like the new me, go check the old me. Well, the old me isn't that old. I just did it today. It's probably out now. It's just that the original one, with it being cartoons, with it being 1994, I'm a kid. You can't beat your first love. Well, we don't condone violence in general. I feel like I have to say that, but the way the bar was set for the first Lion King, and the songs and the cast and the history behind it and the records it broke and the influencing ripple effect it did in television and films and the arts, it was, how are you going to make this again? Now, Beauty and the Beast was a live action redone, and I was shaky about that at first, but not so much. I wasn't connected to it the same way I was The Lion King. And don't get me wrong, the original Beauty and the Beast is a 5. Like the songs and everything, Belle, and to this day, when my daughter is upset at me about giving her vegetables or not, like letting her do whatever she wants, I will normally say to her, if she doesn't eat with me, she doesn't eat at all. And so these movies are part of our DNA. If you know, you know. And so that's why I didn't want to watch this. Me and my wife were like, hey, do you want to go watch this in theater? No. It went to streaming. No. It was something recently I watched, and I watched it a handful of times after a short period of time. Now, that's my, impression of what it is. Now, the cons I would say of this movie was, again, that bar was set so high. I compared almost everything I saw. Other than the visuals, it was, are they taking it scene for scene? Are they trying to do their own thing? How's the songs? Do they change the songs, good or bad? So that was a con. It's unfortunate. The songs were sung with more soul, right? But there was no connection to the songs or to the characters like before, because I've already made that connection. It was a reminder, shout out to Jason Weaver's mom, Jason Weaver, who sung and did the voice acting for young Simba. Well, really the singing. Jonathan Taylor Thomas did the voicing. Again, I talked about the cast situation in the previous video, but Jason Weaver's mom, just an Easter egg if you didn't know, had a choice with Disney to take a lump check of, a few $1 million, or to take royalties on any time Jason singing would be used, and she chose royalty over a long period of time, and it put him in a really good place. So shout out to the moms and dads that be taking care of their kids, you know what I'm saying, making sure they make better decisions. Now, I will say another thing that was a negative was it was 30 minutes longer than the original, and I didn't understand why, because it wasn't impactful. And I did like, I'll say as a pro, I did like the little nuances they put into certain parts of the songs and the storyline to add or make something new. And I think that that's something you do see in some of these live action movies. They may do it just for the storyline to connect it, or just to try to, spin it and, put somebody else's name on it. For this, before we go ahead and rate it, you can check Wicked. We did that. We did Carry On with Netflix. That Christmas is on Netflix. We've done reviews on that, so check that out. Now we're gonna go ahead and rate this. Our rating system, if the first time you've been here, it goes from 0 to 5, and the last 5 we've given was Secret Levels. That's on Amazon Prime. It's about 18 episodes or so, and they're 20 minutes each. I recommend go watch that if you like video games and really quick stories, like the short story we talked about with Bud. Or you can get a 0 like Venom, and Lingo will tell you all about that. Now, the rating I'm going to give the 2019 Lion King is, simply put, it's going to be a 4. And it maybe it's because of how the previous one is a 5 to me, and it in theory it's the same thing. So how can I knock it other than it just doesn't connect? But I believe if you've never seen the original Lion King, or you're younger, so this is just something new, you want the new technology, you would love this and you would connect to it the same way. And I do hear people saying, hey, well, the facing or the expressions are lifeless versus the cartoon. Well, the cartoon's a cartoon, so you can have Simba and Nala smile and do certain things, and your brain just didn't process that that's not how real animals, like, the internet was just heads popped when they saw Pumbaa. They were like, wait, he looks like this, but then if you look, he's a warthog, They have a realistic look, you know? And so that threw people off. So it's probably the reason why my daughter doesn't watch Rugrats, even though I grew up on it and it's part of who I am. But she'll love Phineas and Ferb, which is another cartoon. They're just shot different and they hold attention spans much differently. But if I put on the old school song, my daughter's gonna dance to it. If I put on the new song, she's gonna know it's different, but she'll still move to it. And one of the things, that came out of this that was really cool was Beyonce did an album inspired to her working on this project. So that was good. So again, I'm gonna say this is a 4. I'm gonna say thank you for being here. If you're curious, yes, this made a lot of money for Disney. This made $1.6 billion. Remember, the first one made $763 million for Disney, and this was another summer release that they did. So you're gonna see new, movies released like this. You've got, the new Mufasa of the Lion King, saga that's coming out soon. So, yeah, I can't actually, because of this one. I can't wait to actually see the Mufasa movie. But again, I still believe that Scar wasn't a bad guy. He was kind of screwed, and Neo is not the one. It's the agent. Neo is the virus. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. That's been another episode from the Critics Collective. Thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. I appreciate that. Until next time, kalika loud.